We've put a letter in the Boxing News, which should go in there tomorrow. We've also, the letter's gone to all the boxing websites. But what we need to do is all get together and try and help one of our own. In the past, we've done, certain people have been lucky because they've been high profile, the likes of Michael Watson. Unfortunate that he was looked after in the end. But Harry's not in that situation. He's one of our own, and he wasn't an high-profile boxer. We all need to get together and help Harry and his family. On the bottom of the letter in the Boxing News is an address, and it's about where to send money. And whatever you can send, whether it be a fiver or a tenner, is the way to go. We're not looking for people to send massive amounts of money, but £5 or £10 collectively will help Harry and his family out.
The address is below this.
And the address is below this, down here. Thanks.
Harry was a very tough fight. I know Harry from, we used to box together at Amateur at the Lynn. I've taken many left hook in the wrist from him. And fortunately, well, maybe fortunately for him, but unfortunately for me, as professionals, we were both under the same trainer manager, so I got more brutal beatings off him. But because of the character he is, that's why he's pulling through right now. Great fighter. He always looks moody, but he's a happy-go-lucky guy, really. But that's just the look he's got. Stubborn man and a top fighter and top bloke. Yeah. You know his website. We're grateful for any money, anything you can afford, you know, to help a great fighter and a great guy make a nice recovery.
Introduce the boys.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, not many people can say that they are surrounded by greatness. I'm here with like former British and European champion Wayne Alexander, former Commonwealth and British champion, and world title challenger, and the man that beat Mike Tyson, Danny Williams. How many people could turn around and say, you can't do that, trust me. Right, we're out now for harrysenior.com. We're trying to raise money. We've done that. All the boys from down at Lynn Club, you know what I mean, we've come down, we've had a whip round, we've raised today alone, we've raised just under £2 for Harry Senior. That's beautiful. Mick Collier, who's the chairman for the Southern Area Board Council, who's one of the nicest geezers, just a nice guy anyway. He's gone out, he's driven this thing. Him, Dave Walker, my old nemesis, that bum. He should stay down, he should stay down. All these guys that come out and they help, and it's just a great thing.
It's great, man. It's raise money for him. Raise money.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne, yeah, I mean, we know that we go back a long time, but you see, to come out and for you to come out your house, that's amazing, number one, because I know you don't like to go nowhere unless you're smashing up hotels. But what I'm trying to say, Wayne Alexander lives the rock star life. I swear down, he's like a rock star. He goes in there, smashes up hotels, everything, kills innocent people. But nah, it's so good to see. Leave me alone, Wayne.
There's no juggler here. Anyway, it's an honor to come here. Harry Senior is a very nice man. I've known him for 18 years. And I wish him all the best, and I hope he gets well soon.
And also, big up Eric Guy. Eric Guy is one of the hardest working people in British boxing. Always walking around with a camera, always got a smiling face. I've never ever seen Eric Guy look upset. And I knew Eric Guy a long time ago when Eric had an afro, but the stress of boxing.
So what nasty things can I say about him? He beat me in the 80s. When he shouldn't have done, when I won the fight, the first one, he won, and then the next year, I won when I think he should have won. So even Stevens really. But as far as I'm concerned, Harry's, you know, he's been a part of my life for 25, nearly 30 years. You know, living in the same area, him in Cholton, me in Woolwich, and we've always been them rivals like that. So on the football pitch, and then in the boxing ring, you know. And yeah, it's been, that's the rivalry we've had all those many years. And I've always been the good looking one, so, you know, he was a bit annoyed about that as well, but can't say much more than that, can I?
Me and Harry go back early 90s, I think, when we were sparring together. Very, very tough, very determined guy, and great sparring. I tried my hardest to get rid of him and couldn't get rid of him. So he was a very, very tough guy. And what can I say? He was a very, very good man. The most lovely guy you could be. Very genuine man. and we had a lot of good times.
So we've got to say to the people that are out there, you want to help, they make donations.
Absolutely.
Website address underneath this.
You know, obviously he deserves all the best help, and anything we can do, and anything you guys can do to help would be greatly appreciated by everyone.
You know, Harry's been a grafter. He was a grafter in the game, and like Scott said, sparring was always great. It was always, you know, if you had Harry, and I worked with Harry for a lot of my championship fights. Harry was one of my chief guys that I worked with, and I won't say sparring partner because I think that's a bit derogatory as far as Harry is as a man. He was one of my chief guys that I worked with, you know, and he was one of them guys that would get you in shape. He was one of them guys that would work. He'd come in the gym and he'd be determined to work and he's determined to make you work. So, you know, and like you say, anything that we can do to help, you know, help him in his situation and help him get better and stronger and back to fitness, full fitness is, you know, it's just got to be done. We'll do it.
Good. Cheers, lads. Thank you very much. You go back and talk about your old fights now.
Okay, we've got a website set up for Harry Senior. It's harrysenior.com. Anyone can go to the website, they can make a donation of any amount that they want. They can sponsor the website, which means they can put their advert for their company or their website on harrysenior.com just for a donation. And they can buy the print of Harry Senior, which has been signed by probably 10 to 15 top British boxers here today. All the proceeds go to Harry. There's nothing going to come out of that. There's no expenses. Everything goes to Harry Senior. So please go to harrysenior.com and make a donation, buy the print, or sponsor your company on the site. Thanks very much.
My name is James Cook. I'm a British and European Swimmerweight champion, James Cook MB. I've got to get that generic. Known Harry, to be quite honest, for a long, long time when I used to be a fighter at Duggan Lane Club, but actually I left, I went East Lane. Good guy, spar with everybody, lovely guy. Used to done Henry Cooper when he used to spar with Kawande. I remember the time when I said to Harry, you know what, if you have a brains, you'll be dangerous, because he was so tough at a good left hand. But when you tell him instruction, he never carried out, you know. But then, what a wonderful guy. And don't forget, we're raising fund for him. So check out the website and donate whatever you can.
I don't know, what do you want to say? Just talk about Harry and raising money.
Ready? Hi, my name's David Walker. I'm a good friend of Harry's. I first met Harry in 1995. I boxed in Germany with him. He was the team captain at the time. I was a young boy. He made me feel very welcome. I was a bit nervous being away from home. First time I've been to the Flown, first time in the vault. He made me feel a bit special, and he looked after me, and I've always looked up to him since then. And I've got friendly with him with the pros. When I was boxing as a pro, I met him in a few gyms, and also done the boxing schools. And I met Harry there, and he's just a gentleman. And I've been in the hospital with him not long after it happened, a few months after it happened, and he comes to my house, does a bit of training a couple times a week. Got friendly with Andy, and he's come a long way, and he's met his wife and his kids. He's got lovely kids, lovely girls. His wife Sandra's a lovely lady. I've been around her house for dinner, she's been around mine, and he's come a long way, and I'm sure Harry will get there. He's a fighter, and he's still got his looks, and he's still got his laughs, and once I give it by Christmas, I think he'll be dancing on the floor again. But he's come a long way, he's a fighter. But all the best, and we just want to get some money for him and help him out, you know. Got a lot of stress with his wife, he's got 4 lovely daughters. It's hard, he was boxing and working, he got laid off his job, that's why unfortunately he went back sparring. So it'd be good if his man who was working for him come forward and help out, but we ain't heard from him. But he needs some money, like all of us, but we need to really help him out and get behind Harry Senior, because it's his biggest fight of his life, and he would definitely do it. And he's one of the nice people you can meet, you've got to get behind him and get there.